This is the Brownstone Center News Update for Wednesday, January 21st, 2026. Let's go ahead and get some news together, shall we? Netflix says it surpassed 325 million paid subscribers last year, with full-year revenue growing 16% year over year to $45.2 billion. Fourth quarter revenue came in slightly ahead of estimates at $12.1 billion, but growth is getting slower and more expensive as the would-be buyer of Warner Brothers Discovery faces heightened competition from other streamers. The company plans to boost its spending on film and TV shows by 10% in 2026, hoping to claw back its share of U.S. original content viewing time, which reportedly hit a new low last year. Some 80% of employees expect artificial intelligence to affect their daily tasks, according to a survey of 27,000 workers and 1,225 employers conducted by top recruitment firm Randstad. Gen Z is the most concerned generation, while baby boomers show greater self-assurance and are the least worried about AI's impact and their ability to adapt. Randstad's annual Work Monitor report said that. And Randstad's data shows that job openings that list AI agent skills as a requirement have skyrocketed 1,587%. Amazon's dominance of e-commerce hasn't yet translated to brick and mortar retail, but it's hoping to change that in a suburb of Chicago. The company unveiled plans to build its largest store in the world, a big box center that dwarfs a typical Walmart supercenter. The 229,000 square foot building would be half grocery store and half online fulfillment center. Amazon aims to compete with Walmart and Costco in this arena, which dominates the in-person shopping space that still accounts for 80% of all retail sales. Meanwhile, investors hope the company's Amazon Web Services business boosts its sagging stock. ChatGPT will use artificial intelligence to predict a user's age as a parent. OpenAI prepares to produce adult content and ads to its best-selling chatbot. If the new model determines a user under 18, it will restrict their access to sensitive content. Those mistakenly flagged can upload a selfie to an age verification site. The move comes amid criticism that OpenAI hasn't done enough to protect children on ChatGPT. With over $1 trillion in committed spending, the company also seeks to boost revenue, which more than tripled to $20 billion last year. The U.S. government is moving forward with its push to make housing more affordable. President Donald Trump has signed an executive order that looks to limit the purchase of single-family homes by large institutional investors. The move comes at a tough time for the housing market, which prices with more than 50% since before the pandemic and interest rates remaining fairly high. Trump is expected to lay out more of his broader affordability strategy in remarks at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland today. United Airlines is making a prediction. It predicts that surging travel demand and higher price tickets will drive record profits in 2026, according to CNBC reports. Much like its rival Delta, the carrier has benefited from an uptick in premium and long-haul bookings in the first quarter of 2026 and expects the strong momentum to continue. The airline boasted a profit of $1.4 billion in its fourth quarter, a jump of nearly 6% year over year, despite the record-long government shutdown, which cost the business $250 million in pre-tax money. Newsletter startup has got itself in the news again. The rivalry between Substack and Beehive is heating up. Beehive's flat fee model is increasingly drawing creators to the platform as they look to avoid Substack's 10% cut from their earnings, according to Reuters reports. Beehive has over 400,000 monthly subscribers and users, with nearly 1 in 7 new writers coming over from Substack, and expects revenue to double to $50 million this year. While its last valuation was $225 million versus Substack's $1.1 billion, Beehive may be pulling ahead in the newsletter race as popular writers migrate to the platform. Pinterest is shaking up its C-suite as part of CEO Bill Reddy's plan to evolve the platform into an AI-driven shopping destination, according to Axios reports. The Pinboard site has hired Lee Brown as the brand's first ever chief business officer and tapped Claudine Cheever to serve as its new marketing chief. The brand's current revenue chief, Bill Watkins, plans to step down. The change comes as Pinterest aims to expand its artificial intelligence features to court more Gen Z users and boost its global sales. And Lululemon is yanking those leggings from its website. It's once again facing heat for the sheerness of its signature leggings. The athleisure giant has yanked its Get Low apparel collection from its website after receiving a wave of customer complaints that the leggings were, quote, see-through and not squat-proof, according to Bloomberg reports. Shares of the already cratering stock slipped more than 6% yesterday. The hiccup is not the first time Lululemon has canceled leggings for their revealing nature and comes at a challenging time for the brand as it faces sweeping management changes and increased competition. A Massachusetts judge issued a preliminary injunction against predictions market platform Kalshi on Tuesday, ruling the company cannot allow users to bet on sporting event outcomes in the state. Massachusetts Attorney General brought a lawsuit against Kalshi last year, claiming that the service flouted state regulations around sports gambling. Kalshi has argued that its sports contracts should fall under the purview of the U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission and not state game authorities. Judge Christopher K. Barry Smith dismissed Kalshi's reading as overly broad. Well, folks, that's it for now. For more news and information that you can always use, head on over to brownstoneworldwide.com. Check out Cityscape Radio. And don't forget, Brownstone Living Magazine is currently available on the website as well as on all of our platforms. You can just choose the link and get your digital free copy today. Also, don't forget, go on over and register at brownstoneworldwide.com for our What You Guessed It newsletter so you can go ahead and get Shay Brown's 8 Pillars of Business Success sent directly to your inbox. All right, folks, get out there and enjoy the rest of your day. We have more news and information coming for you throughout the rest of the day, including what's happening in Switzerland today and how that impacts what's happening here in the U.S. and around the world. We'll see you around. Enjoy your day.
Let's see.